You desire to access and then to utilize spiritual power to its fullest. Are you ready? Number one, you must identify and connect to the source of all power. You must identify and connect to the source of all power. In your quest to access and to utilize spiritual power, your journey is a failed one already if you do not identify and connect to the true source of power. Let me have your attention, please. Look up. In Luke chapter 10 and verse 19, Jesus made a very profound statement. He said, behold, I give unto you power. Talk to me, ladies and gentlemen. Who gives power? In this case, God represented, I give unto you power to tread upon serpents, scorpions, and then he says, over all the power. So Satan has power. And I hope I have the time to explain to you how that came about. Satan has power. He has capacity to influence outcomes. Ask Jannes and Jambres. Ask those who are occultists. They manipulate spiritual laws. And let me digress for a moment to help us understand this. Now, in discussing the power of God, classically speaking, there are three levels. God stored his power at three levels. The highest level for accessing spiritual power is through intimacy with God. That's the highest level. The highest dimension of spiritual power that can come into a believer's life is accessed through intimacy. Are we learning already? Number two, the second level of spiritual power is accessed through the understanding and adherence to laws, not just spiritual laws, laws and principles generally. There is a dimension of the deposit of God's power that is in laws. The law of gravity, the law of aerodynamics, the law of seed time and harvest. And this dimension of God's power does not depend on knowing him. It does not depend on acknowledging his lordship. It is purely a product of understanding. Are we together? An application. Who is learning now? So the next time you say, why are people prospering without God? It is because they have mastered how to tap into this second layer of God's power. It is not relationship dependent. It's not the highest level of power. But if you ever see it produce, it's because the power of God is behind it. This is also the realm that occultists and all kinds of people, they manipulate these laws. Job 38:33, NIV, NLT. Do you know the laws of the universe? Or do you know the laws of the heavens? It says, canst thou establish God's dominion? NLT says, do you know the laws of the universe? Can you use them to regulate the earth? How do you regulate the earth? By using the laws. Today, there are many in many developed nations. Did you know that science has turned scientists literally into rainmakers? They can control climate and weather, and it's not superstition. There is intelligence to it. Geophysics has gone so far as to be able to predict weather conditions with precision and accuracy. How about agriculture, hydroponics? Today you are able to grow plants with precision. You can calculate how long a yield can be on an acre of land with digital godlike precision. This is the power of spiritual laws. Mechanized farming is thriving today upon the knowledge of this. Aerodynamics. I can leave here right now to London and be sure that all things being equal, in 6 hours, max 6 hours, 30 minutes, I'm landing at Heathrow or whichever airport. Are we together? You can know that with precision. I can leave Abuja and know that in 50 minutes, I'm landing Lagos. Can you imagine that? Precision. The power of laws. So the next time someone tells you you don't need God to succeed, he's not wrong, but they have to be wise, because success is defined by different parameters. Good success starts with a relationship with God. But I'm telling you for sure, you can ignore the highest level of power that comes through intimacy.